Digital Media Audition Guidelines. The digital media audition process consists of 4 components. Component 1, digital photography, value piece. Component 2, digital photography emulation piece. Component 3, emulation piece planning. And Component 4, visual narrative composition. Components 1, 2, and 3 must be created and submitted on the provided Google form by the applicant alone, ahead of their scheduled audition time. Component 4 will be completed at the applicant's assigned live audition date. Component number 1, digital photography, value piece. Applicants will stage, produce, photograph, and submit one final photograph that exhibits one value that is very important to them. Some possible examples of values may include accountability, altruism, compassion, courage, gratitude, honesty, integrity, kindness, loyalty, love, patience, and respect. Applicants should dedicate 1 to 2 hours to photographing. These photographs can be taken indoors or outdoors, using natural or artificial lighting. Since you will be selecting one image for your submission, we recommend that you shoot at least 20 to 40 photographs so you have a good selection to choose from. Your final photograph should exhibit your interpretation of the value you chose. Evaluation will be based on demonstrating ability to follow instructions, demonstrating strong composition, image orientation, a focal point, and spatial relationships, demonstrating strong technique, exposure, contrast, saturation, and local color or black and white/sepia, demonstrating creativity and thoughtfulness in approach, integrity of the photograph, the ability to relate the image to the chosen value. Component number 2, digital photography, emulation piece. Applicants will create a photograph that is inspired by one of the photographers on the list below. We call this an emulation. You must do research on the photographer and the photograph you've been inspired by. You are not copying the image. You're creating your own version by emulating the way the photographer uses the key fundamentals of photography. Your final photograph should be a creative emulation of your chosen photographer's work. Evaluation will be based on demonstrating ability to follow instructions, demonstrating strong composition, image orientation, focal point, and spatial relationships, demonstrating strong technique, exposure, contrast, saturation and local color, black and white or sepia, demonstrating ability to creatively use resources, and integrity of the photograph, ability to successfully emulate the chosen artist's photograph. Component number 3, emulation piece planning. Applicants will create a full page of planning for their emulation piece, which may include artist research, photographic technique research, influences, sketches of composition ideas, materials list, and a lighting setup. Using a sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch paper or similar, applicants will gather their information, plans, sketches, research, etc., and arrange it on the paper they choose. The planning page should be full, comprehensive, and very informative. Insight into the applicant's planning process for their emulation piece should be clear, easy to read, and should be created physically using any traditional techniques at their disposal. Evaluation will be based on demonstrating ability to follow instructions, demonstrating comprehensive artist research, demonstrating comprehensive research of photographic techniques, and demonstrating full and effective use of the page. Component number 4, visual narrative composition. At the live, in-person portion of their audition process, applicants will create a visual, 2-dimensional design based on a narrative using colored paper, scissors, and glue. The applicant will create their composition based on one of the fables or legends listed below. The exact one they will have to base their design on will be announced at their live audition. These include Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, Jack and the Beanstalk, Pinocchio, and Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp. Applicants should familiarize themselves with all 5 of the fables/legends listed above, since they will not know which one they will have to base their design on until they arrive at their live audition. Applicants will cut their desired shapes out of colored paper, such as construction paper, arrange and glue them down to a piece of 8.5 by 11 inch white paper or cardstock, which will serve as the base for their design. This design should be a creative visual representation that is inspired, in some way, by the assigned fable or legend. The list of elements and principles of design below should be considered when creating your visual narrative composition. The final design should be completely two-dimensional and not contain any three-dimensional elements and/or embellishments. The entire design should be contained within the borders of the white base paper. No elements or embellishments should leave the 8.5 by 11 inch or 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper. Evaluation will be based on demonstrating ability to follow instructions, demonstrating effective use of materials, demonstrating ability to communicate how the final product reflects the provided prompt, the fable or legend, and the ability to communicate which elements and/or principles of design were used to create the composition. How to submit components 1, 2, and 3 via the submission Google form. Applicants will be asked to submit components 1, 2, and 3 as separate JPEG files via the Google form that will be sent to you. Please open your JPEGs on your own device and confirm there are no problems. If your files do not open correctly, please resave them until they open correctly. You do not need to name your files anything specific, but they should not contain any personal identifying information. Screenshots or files other than JPEGs will not be accepted. The 3 files you need to upload to the Google form are component number 1, value piece, component number 2, emulation piece, and component number 3, emulation piece planning. Applicants should not label their work or identify themselves in any way.